We've got some FACEIT League. We've got an incredible week. A lot of the top 5, top 10 teams all play each other this week, including the number 1, 2, and 3 seeds here. Rotation and Villains, your number 1 and number 2 seed. Really, Rotation, Villains, and Ducklings are your 3 remaining 4-0 teams here in NA Expert. And, well, Villains plays both Rotation and Ducklings this week. And we're getting them both on. Just because it's too good of a story not to. We haven't had Villains on yet. I expected Villains to be a top contender coming into this season. Not only are both of these two teams sitting 4-0, they are both, I mean, they were expected favorites, expected to be top 8, if not top 4 coming into this. Nightmare Rotation, were your grand finalists, were your champions, in Season 3. We're in Master for Season 4 and are returning for Season 5. So, it means that Nightmare Rotation spent the entirety, although they did get, beat up on a little bit, it also means they spent the entirety of Season 4 playing against much tougher teams and refining their skills, and that's going to be upping your mechanics and, minimizing your mistakes. So I expect them to not only return with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, but they're going to be a more refined team. And they've gotten some new faces in here as well. Snao had an insane match when we had them on last week. Snao just took over the lobby. All right, Hazard Band coming in from Nightmare Rotation here on Oasis. Villains' 3rd season in the league. I believe all 3 have been an expert. That's right, Season 3 was advanced. Moved up to Season 4 with a 9th place finish overall, but then, really stepped up in playoffs. Was 1 match away from getting promoted. As expected with a performance like that, and basically every team who was above them in that playoff bracket being promoted, you got to expect Villains to be one of the strongest teams remaining here in an expert division. All right, we're getting loaded into Oasis. Let's go check. What was that ban? It was a Kiriko ban there from Hive Mind Villains. Let's get into map 1. Yeah, it's awesome to get more eyes on T2, T3, Flack. Okay, it's really cool. Yeah, I'm afraid we're normally on delay. Yesterday was the exception, Tio, and that was the exception, I'm afraid, because I'm in lobby myself. So it's for competitive integrity's sake. It is important that I have a delay on. So, like yesterday, I had somebody else controlling the camera, and that was in lobby. But normally, I will be the one doing all that. So I'm controlling your camera and which povs we're looking at, and intercommunicating with the players. But pretty typical for competitive integrity. That does require delay, as you can imagine. Not that you would, expect anyone to try to stream snipe or cheat or whatever, or, listen in, but you just want to, you want that to be any concern. You don't want even to be thought of that happening, right? At least I don't. We don't want that happening on this stream. Dirt coming out with the, infamous Roadhog's. Going to start with it right out of the gate. Dominated with it, and we had this team on last week, and there's Snao lighting up the feed. Despite a manual hack, though, Nano's able to find revenge. But Connie going down, that's a big loss. Losing your Juno that early could have been detrimental. Fortunately for Villains, they're able to clean up quick. They don't need that long sustains through the rest of the fight. And grabbed Cap fairly early on as well, so 23% counting on the board. Their game audio is a little loud, isn't it? We had an interview earlier, and so I turned up that audio. Yes. Yeah, 3 is a bit extreme. I feel like 2 is a bit heavy-handed, to be honest, but I understand. But yes. Dirt Overwatch is Dirt Master's proverbial brother. Cousins in Dirt.
I've got a reputation.
Villains! Oh my goodness. A swift fight. I didn't really get a chance. I looked out at chat, looked back up, and everybody's dead, Wow, didn't even get a chance to lock in on that one. Clash, a little bit of a rooftop stall, dropping in with the ultimate into the back line. EMP perfectly timed along with it. What a play here from the Villains. Hyper-coordinated, good use of ultimates. And that's going to be enough to push this into a rushed final fight out of Nightmare Rotation. Silent is sitting on the opposite end, ready to make a dash, ready to get the touch. Yeah, Dirtmaster was in here after their match earlier today, Pedro, saying something like, say hi to my brother Dirt for me, or go cheer on my brother Dirt, or said something along those lines. A brief take there from Rotation, kind of sneaking out the point in the back line, but no real threat, not able to get up towards those all-important ults. Wow, and... Wait, who's Gober again? Eden. Which we did find out is Eden from EMEA. So Eden playing from across the pond here. But Eden not able to get up towards that sound barrier in that one. It was about 5% away, as was loud there in that final fight. Never saw the support ultimates come into play. Dominant performance there from Villains.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, did I never fix the over? Oh, I didn't. I even talked about the fact that they were supposed to be, that Rotation was on the attack. Like, I even said it, and I intended to fix it when we came in. You're right. In 3 minutes, it'll be fixed. You, crystal ball. Crystal ball there from Trash Man. To be fair, like, I was even calling the teams right, you know? Like, I talked about it. I never did it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is a bull skunk moment. That is a skunk moment if I've ever seen one. You can throw some skunk logos in chat for that one. That is a skunk moment. Ooh. Dirt with the rundown and a good first fight here. After a rough start in the city center, Dirt returns on the Ramatra and coming in clean up in this close quarters battle in the hallways. Keeping Snow on the high ground. Snow. Did you see the revive of OG RG? Yes! Regen will be on stream here, actually. I reached out to ASD just before I released my schedule today, and it happened to be like I was releasing my schedule like 30 minutes after they announced. And so ASD was like, actually, we just got picked up. So it was actually an impeccable timing. Good retake here from Amity and Company. I'm just like distracted and yapping. I'm sorry, I'm not super locked in on this match, but hey, we're here. I mean, I just like watching Amity run over things. That's about all the analysis I have for you on that fight. I mean, I'm watching Overwatch, right? Okay, I have to like look over to see that. But yes, I will. It does get fixed after the delay. Huge ultimate there from Amity. A big pull, and Rotation never really get past that front entrance. Did get a momentary distraction there from Silent. Keep an eye on Neno for the setup here. This EMP could be massive. Do have Lao with this orbital. Still arguably one of the strongest ults in the game, particularly in this kind of brawl setup. There's the EMP coming in from behind. Amity immediately just combos with it and collapses onto this point. Wow, never gets the orbital ray into the fight at all. Rotation get caught inside. Beautiful, beautiful execution. Once again, Hamad Villains looking very coordinated here today. Pressure from behind from Neno. Kept Lau distracted for a moment, but here comes the orbital alongside the Deadeye, and Connie is going to end up in spawn. Rush forward using that speed ring all the way to the other side. Cleaning up everything along the way. Another good fight from Rotation, and this one was a must-win. They did hold on to a rally as well as to the annihilation as well. Bring me a Meta Knight or a Bowser? Oh! I am so jealous. I am so unbelievably jealous. First ADS bolt landed. Did force a recall out of Silent, but they're able to get out of dodge. Orbital right thrown in from Conning. Crumb's going to invest in ult. We get clashes in there as well. 93%. Can't fault the villains for tossing in 3 ults at once. It's going to be enough to take over. We do still have Silent here. We'll briefly get a touch. It's too early. That did not spawn the OT. That's going to force the Juno to come in and even attempt to get a touch. Does not happen. Villains clean up here. My goodness, what a start here from the Hive Mind Villains. The dominant opener. Ooh, okay, rotation goes circuit. Rotation goes circuit. Yeah, the Roadhog didn't work out so well against Velets. You know, just sticking in that Orisa. See, and last week we saw Dirt start in the Ramatra and go into the Roadhog once they were like, wait a minute, I can actually make this work. But tried to start on the Roadhog this time and it just kind of got shut down. And I thought maybe you might find some more success there in Gardens, but not so much. Rotation will stay on the right-hand side and we will get a Zenyatta ban from rotations heading into Circuit Royale. Take that poke out of there. Might be a little bit of a support protecting that as well. All right, with those first bans in, let's take a look at some stats here. That's amazing, Fleck. That's what I'm talking about. That's the real ones right there. Trash Panda, definitely a real one. What stands out stat-wise, looking at Clash at 2001. And, I talked about how, Snow's massive impact in the last series we saw. Kept a little bit quieter here in this opening map, 7 and 9. I mean, still nearly 7k damage. I mean, was putting out the hurt, led the DPS in damage. We couldn't find the final blows on the back of it, or the team couldn't at the very least. I don't know, was that the back line of villains? Was it, positioning? We'll see. And meanwhile, it was a Ramatra ban coming through from Hive Mind Villains. All right, we're in. Let's get into Circuit Royale. Yeah, I don't know what happened. They're about 25 seconds in. I did not hear that invite at all. I am so sorry. It is a Sigma battle here. And we've gotten rotation and made it to the second corner. So we didn't get stalled out in any kind of close hold or early pick scenario. Snell out on the Widowmaker. Whoop. No one saw that, don't worry. Ate a bolt in that endeavor. Snell's gonna be careful sitting out the open like that. Yeah, Clash, double tap you in a heartbeat. You see Clash already has the Bolo alive, ready to go. We do get Lau, who's on a Life Weaver, by the way, with the tree on point to back up Dirt. Dirt just huddling around, hoping the Arbor days are the good days for Nightmare rotation, but now double damage coming at him. Dirt is suppressed, or I say even kidnapped, contained in a room on the side. He's going to use the grip. Gonna grasp to try to get out of there. Crumb's going to pop in. I'm not sure, unclear. Ooh, did at least get one with the Sunspot. And Amity's able to find a kill out of Dirt, who is holding their ultimate. Between the two, the defense will stabilize. Loud jump over the roof? Yeah, Loud jumped over the roof. That was kind of... Hey, clever escape. I'll give you that. World Finals will be in Stockholm. Then I'm crossing my fingers and can somehow find a way to go. So now swaps over to Soj. Oh no, wrong button. Significant damage from the Uranic Flux, but the orbital kept everybody alive. Oh, and a casual 3K out of Eden. Oh my goodness. This is gonna get forward. This, you know, just your Juno dropping a 4K into the fight. We're looking on for a finisher to Snell's damage, and it came from the most unlikely place. Nino's got a very powerful position over there, and yeah, Dirt, big save there from Lau. Lucky to get out of there one piece. Say thank you, my Life Weaver. We do have another tree ready to go. The first one actually, was able to buy a lot of time. Connie does have once again an Animatrix in return, immediately popped. Lau holding on to this tree, perhaps for a counter punch. Yeah, just gonna drop it right on the point. Tree of Life now mobile, as is rotation, as they push around the corner and pick up Amity all along the way. Silence able to move in, find a second. Missed a couple shots on a Crumb, or Neno I meant rather, but Snow's there to clean it up. Has an OC, moving into the hotel. 2 points on the board, incoming at least, here for rotation. Oh, both of them are mid-semester and mid-season for collegiate. Oh, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you can make it work. They're an amazing time. The Overwatch lands are, beyond compare. Genuinely. Crumb drops it in. The Craft of Sod. Didn't see what they hit with it. I know Snell finding themselves in a huge mismatch on this high ground, though. Took a big risk trying to move across, take that space. The rest of the team not able to cross the gap. Yeah, see, budget would be my issue, Tion. I understand. And it's been a minute or two since I've been a college student. And that's still, pretty cost prohibitive. Still just kind of fascinated that we have a Life Weaver. It's the second time I've seen the Life Weaver come up today, alright? I was watching some I was in Thomas' stream earlier, and they were talking about Life Weaver, so maybe there was some big brain thing here I'm not getting. Dermot, an enormous, gargantuan gravitic flux. Comboed with Silence Bolo shot, and that was the end of that defense. Wait, Gobert means feet eater? Okay. Yep, that is French Goat Eden. Oh. What a nice play out of Lau. Lau's able to go up and trade up top of the middle of that amplification matrix. Now, I don't know if it's going to be enough in the end. So now still kind of getting chased out here. Oh, never mind. It's now locked in on Nino's dome. A moment to breathe for both teams. A moment for Nino to respawn. This is coming back with an OC. But either has a tough choice. You make that long rotation up to the high ground, which is the better place for the OC. Doesn't look like it. Nino's just going to come right up Main Street. No ultimates here for rotation to work with. Dirt was just, stuck to the ceiling there for a moment. Clash is able to find Silent on the outside with the Bolo shot. And Lau ends up, dead somehow. Oh. Dirt doing a good job of building Feet Eater's ultimate. God, I'm not using that ever again. That was a one-time thing. Don't worry. Even close to an orbital here. Eminem's able to find 3, I believe, with that flux. It's now getting slammed down immediately. Dirt does trade it out. Dirt's able to get 3 as well. Let's check it. It's a Dirt pop. Dirt was on the high ground. Using the underutilized Flying Dutchman perk. Eminem now, like, forced to kind of play chase here. Dirt's at half health, though. Ate a shot. Looked like from Nino. Yeah, Nino's over here on the point. Captive Sun toss in from Crumb. Holding it. Holding it. Hits Dirt with it. Dirt has a bit of a shield left to try to help fend that off. Running out of time here. Fortunate to stay alive. Unfortunately, Silent can't say the same and had an ultimate in the pocket too, or took it down with him. That is 4 in the flux. It's immediately going to kill Nino. The rock doesn't land on Akati, but able to turn around. And Lau came in with the Captain Sun to help clean up Cotty and the rest. Fill me in, Peasy. You always help me out. See, that was the conversation. That was the conversation. I actually did know that. I actually did know that.
Initiating match.
I had forgotten that. See, that's Peasy, you always keep me in the loop. I'm so glad you're here, my friend. Automaton's amazing. I'm so appreciative for what that dude does. It makes Overwatch esports fun and accessible, and the writing is so S tier. It was cool. It was the first time I'd ever caught his stream. To highly recommend. Highly recommend. But oh yeah, absolute goat. You kidding? Absolute goat. I wish I had that dude's writing skill. Dude. Dude. Amazing. Damn it, I love this team. What a match. Oh. I'm gonna wait for it. I know y'all are gonna do it too. I know chat's gonna follow suit. A quick approach onto the second quarter, which bodes well for Hive Mind Villains. 30 seconds, they've already got this bridge under control. Getting Neno set up in a strong spot. Allows us to go ahead and stick with the badass skin. Stick with the Yari here. No more life waiver shenanigans. We're not getting no to old man Ryu Jaehong, although I can't. Nobody is old man around me but me. For young blood Ryu Jaehong, spring chicken Ryu Jaehong. Caught him with a 70-second ant matrix. First ultimate out online. And Clash is able to get a kill. Didn't even really need the window, but hey, perhaps got one trying to flee from the window. Clearly created a lot of space. The defense kind of fled. Now what remains of it's trying to push back in. Die on cart call. There you go. Die on cart call a bit late there, or at least Silent was a bit late. That's all right. No, I know. We've seen it a couple times. Like I said, it was a whole conversation. It was a whole conversation in Tomathan's chat. Tomathan was watching VP Quick. Like, it wasn't about that match. It wasn't about the particular match that we were even watching. I mean, I was kind of just lurking while I was working on Photoshop stuff. But all right, hey, Amity just smacked Dirt. That one was personal. That one felt personal. Wow, take it out of the ultimate. Oh, Clash just AJ's the sun. Wait, okay, so, wait, Lau actually got it. Okay. I didn't think Lau even got the shot off, but, you know, maybe hit the immortality field with it. OC out of Nino, taking a lot of damage. The orbital ray from Goober. Just moving forward. Eden, that is. Everybody with 7 million names. Feet Eater. Lots of time on the clock left, though. You know, that swift point A. You are running into a gravitic flux, with just the vision from up here makes a flux so much more powerful. The Koreans running random heroes and gaslighting everybody into thinking it's good. Woo! Okay, if Dirt takes like 700 damage in the blink of an eye, that might make it more difficult. It's only able to get 2. It's actually one of the smaller fluxes out of Dirt. Both will die immediately, though. Crumb tried to invest in ultimate to swing it back. No such luck. Dirt takes over. Even though, to Trash Pan's dismay, is not on the piggy boy. Yeah, a good bolo could open this up. It's gonna be tough to find an angle, I think. Maybe if, I mean, Silence was getting a little bit aggressive on that positioning. Just gonna throw it on the Dirt, okay. And Matrix plus bolo, insta death. That, okay, that's, you know, not a combo I was thinking. Worked like a charm. We have had Lyle make an honor swap, by the way. Oh! Ebony with a gravitic flux. Ooh, hunting for that auto. Oh, excuse me. That is the Freya. That is a pancake smashed down. Splattered on the ground by gravity. So now able to find one of the high ground. At least drives off the Baptiste. Now on a 1v2. Hey, you get one. You got yours. You got yours. And that's a huge pick. Priority pick on Dakani will remove so much sustain. I don't think, yeah. In fact, we are going to get a disengage here out of villains. Rotation, stabilize. Low-key, one of my favorite skins in the game. I love this skin so much. Actually, this is my next galactic weapon is for the Yari on this skin. I think it'll be awesome. Vap caught in that. Connie's able to use the immortality field. Fortunately, Nino will still fall. Amity low on the front line. Clash goes leaping out of the window, trying to pursue Dirt. He eats a rock to the face. Here comes Amity and the rest of villains jumping down onto the point. Dirt's able to back around the corner. Crumb drops in the captive's son. I didn't see if it hit anybody. Also turns for a jump scare by a rock out of Dirt. Evil accretions out of... I mean, you know, Dirt good with rocks. I'm seeing it. Oh, you gotta love the use of the float there. The float to kind of hover above the wall. That was clever. That was clever. Smart micro plays. Here out of the Nightmare rotation lead. Captain floats back to high ground. When you've got Silent and Snell waiting up here. Snell so far at 13k. Oh, immediately chased off the high ground as Amity and company are going to switch to a little more of a divey comp, including the Tracer. We're going to get Lucio Kiri, not to mention the Winton. Oh, yeah, let's say Kindred has an Amity account. I was like, wait a minute. That does actually ring true. Okay. That does explain it. The dive cup causing a bit of chaos here. You got everybody kind of huddling up in the room. We're getting a little bit of tiny Overwatch going on. And alongside a Bubble and the hypermobile comp out of Villains, they're able to take it. Clean up in the chaos. Threatening Cap here with some time left. Touch just barely. Half a meter left as we get the touch in from Lau. But both Eden and Lau will quickly go down. Snell as well. It'll be a 13-second advantage here for Villains as we head into extras.
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Do you see what I see?
No one rests.
We're sticking with the Bappa Yari. And no, on a Hanzo for more than just a Sonic Arrow. Yeah, the RC skin is so good, Tion. It's so good. I'm telling you, one of my absolute favorite skins in the whole game. I'm so glad I was like kind of lukewarm on it. You know, I actually, it's the only pack I've bought in its entirety. You know, I'm pretty humble budget to work with. I don't have a lot to spend on Overwatch skins. And so, but I get the entire Transformers bundle really before Optimus Prime and Megatron, right? And I played my fair share of Tank. But the RC skin, low-key my favorite skin of the whole bundle. Really growed on me. Crumb, unfortunately, not able to keep Amity alive, as Amity tried to hold very close on that one. We can see why neither team tried to do that, or at least didn't commit too much to that close hold in their initial attacks. Amity now swapping off the Sigma. Coming out on an Orisa. We're going to get more of these close holds. Yeah, expect the Villains get much more up close and personal now. It's now rolling out with the Bastion. Sticking with the Bastion. Gets the nade to stay topped up. Tossing a grenade in. We'll find a kill on Akani with help from Silent. We're going to get a 4th point here out of rotation. We'll see, Trash Panda. Is it cope? Is it cope? We'll see. Flash trying to lock down the Bastion. Can't quite find the head of the Legos. Does still have an ultimate reward, but here comes Snow flying in over the top! Pulled their best architect with the nano boost to boot. Grenade thrown in towards the end. Finds Crumb with the headshot, trying to just jump away. Dirt scorns the corner here to chase Amity down. A late kill here would be good. They're gonna get it. Seems like Hottie Theory might actually be proving true in this particular case. But hey, you know what? Still lots left to go here in this map. We'll see quite a few ultimates online from both teams. The orbital here from Eden is the one that stands out to me the most. Also rocking a Seraphim skin, by the way. Crumb starts off with the Captive Son. The orbital up, and the shield will block the ultimate here from the defense. We got a bolo toss in from Clash. Not going to get it done. Snell's able to find one with their artillery. Now just unloading here on the point. Dirt tossed one in. I mean, that was a massive ult fight. Was that 9 ults? I believe that was 9 ultimates into that fight. Everything but Nino. And again, I mean, that orbital. Your orbital ends up being the difference maker. Just so much sustain through that. Snell stays alive to get the artillery shells off. The captive sudden gets blocked. Great block there from Dirt to start that off that big exchange. And everything, I mean, everything after the 5th point has just been bonus meterage. Dirt's going to eat an anti-nade out of Connie. That could be dangerous. Oh, where's Snell? Snell's just hanging out in her cart. Dink and Clash. Sends Neno back to spawn. Crumb in trouble. Yeah, we have to get rid of that pesky pylon first. Oh, here comes Amity trying to follow up on the kill. Will find Snell. Take some of that damage out of the backline, but Dirt has a nano boost. The second of this extra innings push out of rotation. Blade coming in late. Neno under a lot of pressure. Decides to go for the Yada. Won't get it. Rotation will finish. 1 minute. 1 minute to start this attack. 3 points on the board when it's all said and done.
Switching sides.
Additional points, that is. Additional points on the board.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
I like you better when you are talking to yourself.
Yeah, this is only map 2. The Lego Bastion returns.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Ooh, okay. I actually really like this look, the Soj Freya combo. Oh, what? Oh, the flank! The flank! They didn't see it coming! Oh, what an ambush out of Nightmare rotation! Villains are in tatters! Just got destroyed. Looking like my sons yesterday? Yeah, it's about right. That's about right, Tia. Hey, you're not wrong. It's Lau again! Eden's just wild. Eden's just wild. You crazy, crazy Frenchman. This sleep will not land, but the name does. Dirt's gonna push out, and that should be the end of Amity. It is, in fact. Crumb trying to punish Dirt for their dastardly deeds. We will at least get an OT push here. That was it. It's from Lau, not Eden. It was Lau on the... Anyway, you get my point. I hate name changes so much. Anyway. Gober is Eden. Lau is Lau. I'm an idiot. Come close to a sun. Hopefully it's not a skunky sun. Anything but a skunky sun. Big nade thrown in. Hits 2. Nano thrown on the Snell. Just scrubbed. Point blank artillery. Oh, take 2 Aspirin. Call me in the morning. This one is done. 3K out of Snow to close it out. Waking up here on the Bastion and Extras. It's been quiet so far throughout this series. You know, I mean, Many just really had to get my attention. course, the casual 4K out of the Juno is going to get play of the game. I mean, can't say I blame the powers that be for that one. Let's get that point on the board. We're all tied up. Hard-earned point there from Nightmare Rotation. All right, we're gonna get the side swap. Hit that before I forget. And a hazard ban coming in from Villains. Was that really a New Jump City pick I saw? Was that where we're going? I don't know. I just feel like that's a wild pick. Maybe it's really just not as more. Let's take a look at some stats here. I mean, this match could be, a potential top 4 matchup. Just as far as we could, I would not be surprised if we see these two teams in the upper bracket finals or lower bracket semis, if not, a grand finals matchup. Like, I feel like both of these two teams have the potential to make Master Division. From what it's early to tell, but my early impressions, absolutely, 100%. 100%. All right, I'm keeping a sharper eye on our overview this time. Make sure we're not missing any invites or anything. Whew. That's a hell of a map, y'all. That was a hell of a map. My goodness. Ah, man, I knew we were in for a good one. Villains came out so dominant on map 1, but what an answer. And, the notorious Piggy OTP showing us some flexibility, showing us what they've been forced to do with, their Roadhog getting banned out a lot in various games. I could turn that timer off. Knowing they're being streamed. Like, they know I'm streaming this. I mean, he dropped a phone number. Yeah. Some were banned and from rotation. And I heard that one. Jambon says Villains will make Masters. Wouldn't surprise me. Looking good. So far, so good. Still a long road to go, though. These long seasons got to stay consistent. Hey, right now, the focus is in the here and now. It's not New Chunk City. Let's get into map 3.
Initial flashpoint arena.
Oh, good push in. Dirt now on the JQ. Showing us the 4th tank of the night. Kind of got, I think, got a little stubborn there trying to hold that corner. He's getting run down here by Crumb and Amity. Crumb very much played a frontline break through the initial part of that, the ambush part of that fight. The engage. Got first pick. Leads to first cap. But, rotation have since regrouped, coming back in. Wow, 67%, 2/3 of the way towards this Kitsune rush. Leading the server, actually, with an over Clash. Oh, it gets the better to Clash with a pair of shots. That was gorgeous. Looking to finish off Nino? Beautiful. Wow, has been on a tear here today. My goodness, continues the impressive run we saw on the Ana there in the back of circuit into this Kiriko. High impact fight. 91% on the board as far as ult goes. Absolutely leading the server. We'll have this rush for the next fight. Ooh, the Pain has enough to redeem an emote. Trash Pan is, don't worry, I'm a pro. That they are, that they are. Todd will either message me, which, yeah, message me on Discord. We'll figure out the emote thing. Best way to do that, another big ambush and Crumb at the front of this attack, and even into Lao's Kitsune rush. Crumb is able to, once again, find first blood and lead a blitzkrieg assault into the Nightmare rotation flanks. Apple Cider FPS, I appreciate the follow. By the way, the skin is awesome. What is the skin? Whoa, big rundown. But Silent has a blade. Picked up 2. Make it 3 as they find Crumb. Mid-rally, canceling that out. Fortunately, Dirt does make it to the point. And this is going to be a flip from that rotation. Quick first pick out of Amity, but swiftly swung in the other direction with a gorgeous blade there out of Silent. And that was a midst to Bolo shot and rally coming out from Crumb and Clash. And they're going to have to give this one up. Villains backing away, and they're just going to lick their wounds, move on to the second point. So we're going to Refinery. Good spawn there for Nightmare rotation. So they should be able to grab Defender's advantage with that. If it was Ducks, that would have been much better for Villains. They do have an orbital coming in. No Juno on the other side. Rotation option for this Lucio carry means you are missing out on this big, huge ultimate. Dirt got stopped by Amity. Amity themselves are purple, but have the Fortify to kind of shrug it off. Moving on to the objective. We do have the Terror Search built up. We're going to throw that in, pulling in Amity and Dirt. Excuse me, Amity pulled an Eden in Dirt. Got the kills onto both, and first cap. We'll go over to Villains once again. Okay, I love it. I love it, Pain. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. I got you. That'll work. I think that's an amazing emote. I love that. I love that. Amity getting aggressive once again. I mean, Villains just love taking matters in their own hands. They want to set the pace, even running out of the the cover, and their little hidey hole to make it happen. Continuing rush from Lao was used outside. So I mean, a successful play there from Amity, able to. What is that? How do we? What? Okay. I've never seen that. Did y'all see that icon? It looked like the Javspin 8 a Genji blade. Is what that icon looks like. What? What did I just see? I don't know what that was. What? Let's get another favorable spot in here for Nightmare rotations. We get Junkyard proccing for our third flashpoint. Snell, my goat. Snell's popping off. You didn't catch Snell on map too. I highly recommend going back and watching. Terror Surge on a Chrome. I feel like, I mean, he just had one of these Terror Surges. Then was able to get the dash through, and the Terror Surge Genji combo is just nasty. I mean, just using the raw dashes. Then I'm using the, what are these, the Cosmic Owl skins? I love this skin. The skin is so cool. Silent dash through once again, bring it back a losing fight. For the second time, we see Silent with a late investment of the Dragon Blade. This time swinging a, I believe that was a 3v3. I might be mistaken on that. Both sound barriers coming in, Kitsune Rush and Orbital, all 4 support ults. And I know trying to blade through this mess, I just feel sorry for you on that one. There was just so much sustain into that fight. Nice play from Lau to pick up a kill. And Eden's able to get one as well. Lau comes up with another one, and the support's getting it done here. Dirt's not in this fight. They're missing Snowl as well, but do have Silence kind of help anchor, put some extra damage onto Amity. I think rotation have got this third point down. Amity's still hanging on by a thread, but this late stagger actually going to work against Hive Mind villains to try to get back onto this point. Rotation on track. Ah! To go up 2-1. There it is. Sorry, I hit Control O instead of Control I. And yet again, another good spot for rotation. My good, like, it seems like every flashpoint has been just the perfect spot for rotation to get defender's advantage. Strawberry lemonade sounds delicious. You just made me thirsty. Thank you for the follow. Terror Surge thrown in, waiting out the Suzu. Means everybody mostly got out of the way of the damage, but Lau ate a big spear. Clash able to follow up on that. No Kiriko into this fight. It's just Lucio heals. Here for rotation as Dirt pops the Annihilation. And it's just a disintegration. Flash storm just rolled in and my internet is dying. Oh no, Tion, oh no. Well, stay safe. Look at Snowl. Snowl's like up in the skybox. Amity goes running out. Okay, we've seen a lot of aggression today out of Hive Mind villains. That was not the prettiest look. Dirt just punched through 4. A lot of time, the aggression out of villains had really paid off. You were able to get ult out early in the fight and then disengage from him. Not this time. Amity just gets destroyed. Clash with the ultimate ready to go. Ooh, takes 2 from Snow. The Snow with the directs. Double tap will remove the bolo shot. Now Snow's going to go around and use one of their own. I think that got eaten up. I didn't see it explode. I didn't see anybody use a jab spin either. Not exactly sure what happened to that. I think honestly, villains were lucky to survive as long as they did in that fight. But in the end, it is going to be rotation, pushing all the way to the spawn doors for cleanup on the back of Silence Blade. 70% on the board. This is going to be a quick run back, about roughly 15 seconds, not even anymore, to get back and get a touch. Let's check in with Crumb. I think Crumb's got your best opportunity here. Ooh. Crumb's trying to escort everybody in, get the submariner down, not in time to save Clash. Has to run to the point. There's no other choice. Kitsune Rush out of Lau, actually in a terrible spot, but still looks like this is all rotation here on the back of New Junk City. Dirt with the Annihilation to help survive through the Terror Surge. Smash down Amity. A little cleanup on the back of it. It's all she wrote. Number rotation. We'll take a 2-1 lead in the series with back-to-back map wins.
Play of the game.
Good change there. As we see the Ramatra come back out. You know, it was trying to work with the JQ and had some success with the JQ. That is, dirt, obviously, not my rotation. But make that adjustment into the Ramatra. Basically for that final fight. And, you know, we see Amity try to get aggressive. Running out and getting aggressive into the Ramatra just wasn't the same. It was running out into the JQ. So we're going to get a Runasapi pick here out of Villains. Once again, trying to keep on very flat, kind of open maps. Pretty fast game style. You know, you go into hybrid and you're going to slow things way down. What do you want to ban? Oh, they're just trying to kick dirt right where it counts. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen that much Hog, but Hog is actually damn good on Runasapi, or in kind of in push in general. When in the hands of somebody like Dirt, I mean, to say Hog is damn good, take that with a grain of salt. You know, relatively. Compared to other maps, where where we've seen Dirt has played 4 separate heroes today, and I mean the Hog has been the least successful of the 4, and still we do get the Hog ban out of Villains here. Let's check some stats from map 3. What stands out to y'all? What stands out to y'all? Lauki. Is it Lauki or Loki? I think it's Lauki. It looks like Lauki. 20-4. Big standout. Big standout from that support role. I mean, once again, in the carry, 6k damage. More than both supports on the other side combined. We talked about the Roadhog being made out from Villains. It's a Freya ban coming in here from rotation. And we've seen Snell favor, other DPS, not Freya. I mean, we saw Snell pop off of Freya last week when we had rotation on. But today's, there's the fun Bastion pick, obviously, but, more Sojourn, more the other pre-Freya DPS. So, leave a little bit of cast we saw earlier in the match. Well, shit. Okay, I guess we'll turn our copyright-free music back on. We got a little bit of a pause here as we got loaded in. Ah, Eden's PC crashed like always. Wop wop. This will be a good opportunity. Because I think this is going to take longer than the 30-second timer it's showing on the screen for me currently. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Trash Ban. It could be a bit of a productive ban. Just ban out the Hog so that you don't get a tank banned out. I mean, I agree with that 100%. Absolutely. 100%. Great assessment. What was I saying? Let's go see what else is going on. We have like some fantastic matches, a lot of fantastic matches going on tonight. Ultimate and Crossel locked in at 1 apiece. one I had highlighted as being one to keep an eye on. We also have Wide Group and Crimson's very close. 2-1 lead for Wide Group currently is what it looks like. And the Hog Band got brought up here in game chat as we get into Runasapi.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Did you guys ban Hog? Crumb trying way too hard. It wasn't me! In a cute way. Oh my goodness. So we get the Dirt Hazard. 5th tank on the day here from Dirt. Honestly, I mean, Freya man makes a lot of sense right now. Because Freya's kind of, I mean, you think playing like Winston into Freya is bad. Playing Hazard into Freya, I feel like you just get destroyed before you ever get a chance to engage. Dirt holing up here with Eden inside that room. It's at the corner room. They're able to kind of pop out when they felt the time was right. Explode in for a couple kills. Really backed up into the room, got an opening pick, and then kind of popped out. Clean up the fight. A flawless start here for rotation. I need to get used to using this screen more. I don't use this screen enough, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not used to incorporating it yet. I don't want to overuse it, but... Okay, Amity pushing all the way across. Ooh, Lowen's up in a very aggressive spot. What Lowen are you doing up there? Easy pickings. You were easy pickings. You had an Ash on the other side. I mean, if Amity didn't get you, Clash or Nino certainly would have. Ooh, Amity's able to find a kill onto another support on the way out. The Nightmare rotation getting staggered here through the back of this second fight. Give it out on Clash here with this long sightline. Could easily be a difference maker, but it was down as low as 5 health. Lau is even lower. Nino's gonna find that kill. And it looks like the precarious scales tipped ever so slightly in Villain's favor here. Clash does go down. Silence able to dash through another. Picks up a reset with a kill on the Crumb, trying to find the Juno. Connie's able to kind of dash away through the window. Breaks Salen's ankles a little bit, and is invested in Orbital Ray. Is this trying to go through the building? It does. He goes through the building to hit Amity. What an orbital. I mean, I'm not sure it's going to work. Yeah, Connie was too low. Both end up dying, but man, I love the vision. Now, that was some vision. I respect it. I respect it, Connie. It may have been a little desperate, but it was clever as shit. Silent forced to back away. Why did we back up? Were we anticipating ults? Yeah, we were anticipating ults. They're going to respond. Counterpunch with the Juno ult combined with the Blade. And Silent's going to pick up 3. Potentially 4. Gets the... the Goomba stop onto Amity. That's just mean. That's just mean. Doing poor Amity like that. Amity walled off, actually knocked down to the low ground, I believe, by the wall itself. We're gonna get Mr. Butler invested in. As Amity and Villains will hold the line. Bob putting a bunch of damage into the back of Dirt throughout that fight. Villains do a good job of kind of splitting rotation into 2 pieces there. A flawless fight out of Villains. Everybody coming out alive. They're only down by 40 meters. Runasapi, easy to swing Runasapi around. PC saying very impressive showings in hero pools, basically from everyone. Everyone's showing some wonderful adaptations and flexibility. Can't argue with that. I think that's your great assist. Oh, that was a huge Vital Leap. That was enormous damage. Connie in a bit of hot water now, no protection. Yeah, right within striking range. And despite picking up both supports, TS1 continues to march in Villain's favor. But everybody will eventually converge from rotation and put a halt to that. Oh, hey, you know, Tion, you might be onto something. Galactic weapon skins on Glad skins? Absolutely. Particularly, actually on even the new skins, the newer Glad colors would actually look really good with kind of the purple pink. But I think the original Glad skins with the more purple white would also look exceptional. Dirt got stuck in a corner, caught between their own rock and a hard place. Brilliant orbital thrown in. Bot starts marching right back the other way. Now, the question is, can they hold it through the beat blade? Silent has been spectacular with the Genji blades today. And has a sound barrier to back this one up. There's gonna be a checkpoint. Dirt is late to get the touch, and the orbital invested in. You know they were trying to. They just didn't quite make it in time. Coincidentally enough, you know, when you talk about... Oh, excuse me. Fight. Okay. They both kind of just threw some jabs at each other there in the middle. Now we're going to come up and get this engagement with the beat blade coming in. And as I was about to say, I think this is the one you really had to watch out for. Coincidentally enough, Silent indeed picks up 3, sent into space by a charged javelin, but descends from above onto Amity. And the Amity getting flashbacks from that Goomba Stomp kill. You think Orbital Ray is most commonly the more powerful ultimate and one you gotta watch out for the most in any match. The V-Blade, when Silent's playing like this, with no answer, that was a swift fight from rotation. Nino with a rude greeting as they come into the clothing shop. Bob thrown in here from Snell. Clash has one of their own. Terrorists are able to pull a few in. We're getting chased down. Oh, Silent's able to pick up a kill onto the rallying Crom. Pulse bomb invested here from Nino. Villains not looking nearly as coordinated here as we've gone through the back of this series, and particularly in this map 4. As we saw very early on, that coordination really a big component of their success. We're not getting the good swift ult combos. Nino's gonna go into a Genji here. Orbital from Lao counter by Clash as Bob throwing all the point. The Orbital does allow Dirt initial entry there into unwanted territory, but Amity is able to push them out of the orbital way with the jab spin. You find that kill. Snell's gonna go in and invest a Bob late in this fight. That was an iridescent Bob, by the way. Pretty cool looking. It keeps the bot here in Villain's side. I mean, right outside of Villain's house. Allowing time for reinforcements. The quick respawning Dirt rolls back out, but here comes the orbital from the other side. Dirt's in a lot of trouble. We'll be lucky to get out of that one in one piece. Tried to dash away, but got blocked by a boot. Silent's able to get some dash throughs. Picks up one, so it's not particularly clean there out of Villains at the end. As Silent's able to find a kill on Akani. This means it's just Lucio Heel standing here. I think Amity's going to struggle to try to hold the corner. Dirt immediately recognizes this. Races back to take advantage of the mismatch, of the lack of sustain here for Amity. Juno is pretty quick in their own right, though. Makes it back. Amity's going to throw a Terra Surge in. Here comes the Beat Blade on the other side. This could be the end of the match right here, and it's looking good. Crumb goes down 99% towards the sound barrier. Connie will fall. 25 seconds on the board. And Silent with another spectacular blade. We do have a Beat Blade combo for villains to work with. They've got all 5 on the cart. It's a safer approach here from Connie, knowing Silent's going to be looking for it. They're going to use the beat early. Then, back by the wall, climbs over, dashes through to find Lau. Got a little turnaround for a moment, but gets the 180, reorients themselves, pick up another kill. Good start for this approach here from villains, but they still got to wait out this checkpoint. It's going to give time for Dirt and Nightmare rotation to kind of get staged here in these windows. Figure out how they want to use the Orbital and the Bob to come in and get a retest here. Recontest, that is. Huge downpour is going to catch Crom. Immediately taken down. Snell picks up a huge dynamite. Tosses in the Bob from the top of the stairs. Orbital on the point. That is going to be the series. Nightmare rotation, drop the first map, but bring it back in style and stay undefeated as they move up to 5-0 against what is potentially their toughest opponent of the season yet. Still, a clean and crispy finish here out of rotation. Snell, it was a little quiet early. I talked about it. Ends up having a big impact here in the back half of the series. That's kind of cool how you hear the torpedoes fade out with it. That was fantastic. GG's all around. GG's all around. Let's get that 3rd point on the board. Show me some stats. That's not stats. Right, the ads knocked that down. It did. Hold on, let me refresh. Let me refresh. It should pull it up. Because that one ad won't knock it up. Yeah, there we go. As long as everybody's on there, I don't care. If it's just this one ad, it's not enough to knock it off your screen. But it's when I get the 2 ads, it knocks the bottom player stats off the screen, so y'all can't see it. I mean, just look at the turnaround. So we're looking at map 1 here. Like, this is how dominant a map 1 we saw out of villains. And I was looking at going, oh, like this could be this could be Nightmare rotation in trouble. Could be, Nightmare rotation staring down the barrel of their first loss after this. I mean, they only had, what is that? That's 4 and 5, 9 deaths total for the entire team. Versus, Snell had 9 deaths alone there on the other side. But man, you start getting through this series, and here at map 4. I mean, not as big, not as drastic a change the other direction, but very dominant. Silent had a hell of a day. Snell coming through with massive numbers once again. Snell, look at that. 2.5K over the next damage of Amity. I mean, 5K more damage than Dirt on the hazard. Which, I mean, it's a hazard. Like, it's a little bit more of a, it's not about the massive amount of spam damage, but still, I mean, I think it's just an impressive performance out of Snell, is all I'm seeing here. I think that is perfectly normal for a hazard on that map. But Snell, whew! And of course, Silent with those blades. Silent, I mean, seemed to get multi-kills every single time they got a blade running through the day. That circuit, man, I knew we were in for one for that circuit. Very fun series. Very fun series. GG's all around. GG's all around. It was such a blast to watch. I love both of these squads. Yeah, the 27-minute circuit. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being such amazing contenders here in this community. Love it. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here and supporting each other as well. Bash it OP, please nerf. Oh, I love to see the banter and chat. And, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. You can feel the love and, outside of kicking each other's asses in game. You can feel the support out of game. So amazing stuff. A great series. I think I would give. It's hard. I would give Silent player of the match just for the impact of the Dragon Blades. Even if they were dry, we saw a lot of the beat blades there through Runasapi, but we saw dry blades before. Didn't always have a Lucio there to pair with it. But I gotta give a mad honorable mention to Dirt for showing us so much versatility. And again, just like PZ pointed out, really the whole team showed us that. But we saw Dirt play 5 different takes for a guy known as PZ, I'm gonna steal your words, sir, because it was so apropos. But a guy known kind of get pigeonholed into a hog one-trick player has actually got a real big brain on him and knows how to utilize the kits of most tanks in the game to a high level. It's put on display today. Very admirable, really fun to watch. Yeah, I gotta give it to Silent though. At the end of the day, gotta give player of the match to Silent.